Welcome back. In today's video I'll be showing you how to lower your RAM usage on a Windows 11 PC or laptop, which should help fix high RAM usage and improve your PC's performance. I'll be covering a number of different methods and they are all simple enough to just follow along without too many problems. I would recommend restarting your PC or laptop after trying all of the methods to check if they worked, but remember to come back to the video and leave a like if it worked, and feel free to subscribe for more tips in the future. Let's get into the methods. The first method to lower RAM usage is to disable startup apps. Startup apps will automatically run when you start up, and some might use up your PC's memory. There are two methods to turn off startup apps. The first way is to disable startup apps via the main settings page, so head here first. You can get to the settings by searching for it in the search bar. In the settings, click on apps from the list of options on the left. In here, click on startup, which should be the bottom option on the list. On the next page, you will see the list of apps, and some will be turned on, which means they will run at startup. Feel free to go down the list and turn off any apps you know you don't use. You can use the sort function at the top to help show you the apps that have the biggest impact on performance. The second method is to turn off startup apps via the task manager. You can get there by right-clicking on the start menu button at the bottom, and then by choosing task manager. In the Task Manager, find the Startup tab, and now you should see the list of programs that can automatically start when you turn on your PC. Again, you'll need to go down the list and look for any programs you know you don't use, or those that you don't use regularly. Disabling them in here won't make them stop working, however they might take a bit longer to run when you do want to use them. But of course, if you don't use them that often, this won't make too much difference. To disable an application in here, all you need to do is right-click on it and then choose Disable. It's helpful to look at the Startup Impact column to help make your decision on whether it's worth disabling them. You can always enable the program again by right-clicking on it and selecting Enable. Leave the Task Manager open and go to the Processes tab for the next method. In here, it might be good to look for apps that are using a lot of memory and close them when you aren't using them. Apps like your browser will likely use a lot. It might be worth trying a different browser as well if you can, as some will use less memory when running in the background. Don't end the task though for any programs you don't recognize, as they might be system services. The next method is to remove any browser add-ons you don't use. If you have a lot of these on Chrome, for example, it is likely that this will increase the amount of memory it uses. For the next method, we're going to try disabling a service that in most cases should help your PC, however it can have a negative effect on things like RAM if it doesn't work correctly. If after disabling the service it makes things worse or things don't improve, I'll show you how to turn it back on. To do this, right-click on the Start menu icon and choose Run from the list. Now type in services.msc and click on OK. You now need to scroll down until you find the service called SysMain. If you click on it once, you can see what it is used for in its description. To stop the service, right-click on it and choose Stop. Now double-click on it and change the startup type to Disabled and click on OK. You might now need to restart to see if this has helped with your RAM usage. As mentioned, if it doesn't help, go back to the Services window with the method shown earlier, find SysMain again, right-click on it and choose Start. Then double-click on it and set the startup type to Automatic and click on OK. The next method is to update Windows. A newer Windows version might have better performance and potential bug fixes that could have been causing high RAM usage. To update your PC to the latest version of Windows 11, first go to the main settings page. Again, you can get here by searching for it. In the settings, click on Windows Update from the options on the left side. In here, simply click on Check for Updates and install any that appear. Remember to save any work before updating. The final method is to invest in more RAM. Check the slots to see what your PC, if it's a desktop, can accommodate, and it might be worth adding an extra stick if you can, especially if your RAM is quite low as it is. And so those are my simple and easy methods to try and lower RAM usage on a Windows 11 PC or laptop. Click the card on screen now to watch a video of mine showing you how to improve the sound quality of your headphones in Windows. Help support the channel by visiting the store. The link is in the description and at the end of the video. If you still have high RAM usage after following all of the methods, then let me know in the comments below and I will try and help, as it could be caused by a different problem. If you found today's video helpful, remember to leave a like and feel free to subscribe for more tips in the future. Be sure to stick around to see some of my other videos that you might be interested in. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.